I love my family, and after watching Fantastic Four, I realized maybe I love this one too. Matt Shakman, who previously directed WandaVision, returns to tackle one of the best Marvel projects we've gotten in years. If you enjoyed this show, this movie, and this movie,
oh my god, he's gonna say it!
Say what?
Avengers!
Baba Boo.
then this one will blow your mind. Due to its bright colors, the fun-looking sets, and a fantastic cast, this movie delivered a theatrical experience that manages to tell a compelling story based around love and risk, making the Fantastic Four truly feel as a family.
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
For about 20 years, more like 40 if you count the old movie, Marvel has been trying to write a story about its first family. Every attempt has failed for one reason or another. Some worse than others, of course. But the question is, what makes this new version work? As a friend of mine would say, it's all about family. This time around, the Fantastic Four were not depicted as a group of individuals who happened to work together, but a family that, for the most part,
Johnny, quit screwing around!
Don't tell me how to kill sexy aliens!
love science, exploration, and most importantly, each other. The movie follows a story where Galactus is threatening to take over Earth, asking for Franklin Richards in return, a baby more powerful than almost anything we've seen in the MCU so far. Sound familiar? We'll get to that later. First of all, if you were ever worried that some of the characters would be less developed than others, well, don't be. Each character has its purpose in the movie, a moment to shine and show its worth. For a woman who can turn herself invisible, Sue Storm truly stole the spotlight, and in more ways than one. As most of us hope to see, Vanessa Kirby constantly demonstrates how casting her as the most powerful member of the Four was a fantastic idea. Not only because of her amazing powers, but also her ability to keep their family together. As this sort of glue that can prevent Reed from getting too carried away by his work, remind Ben he's worth more than he can imagine, and make Johnny cool down whenever he's too, well, hot. Reed any size you need Richards is as smart and nerdy as you'd expect him to be, and when it comes to showing he cares for his family, he doesn't disappoint either. As any comic book fan should know, apart from being able to do stuff like this, Reed is known for sometimes isolating himself from his family because of his work and his need of fixing everything, especially with Sue. However, Pedro Pascal does an incredible job, as he always does, to take what could have been an uncomfortable or out-of-place moment and make it seem fitting for the character. Whether it's being a good father, a good husband, a good friend, this version of Mr. Fantastic is there for his family, meaning there's no doubt Pedro Pascal is Reed Richards. Mustache included. Johnny Storm is back, and as hilarious and exciting as he's ever been. Funnily enough, the Human Torch brings a light to the family that no other member does. Whether it's a quip or a flirt, my man does not miss. With some extraterrestrial exceptions, of course. And don't be fooled by this literal hothead, since underneath all that raging fire is an even warmer heart that Joseph Quinn excels at showing. He loves his sister, respects Reed, and under every joke towards Ben, there's a spark of love towards him too. And of course you can't talk about Johnny without mentioning Ben too. Oh, Ben. Who would have known the big orange rock would have such a soft and loving heart? Although I would have liked to see more of the struggles that a man who's known as The Thing has to go through every day, you have to understand that it's been 4 years since Ben got his powers, which gives him enough time to overcome his insecurities, which leads him to be a more mature, fun, and overall happy man. A change I do love to see, coming from some very grumpy versions of him. Anyway, sick main cast. Now, what about this story? If you've seen the Superman movie, which you should if you haven't, you would know that what makes this character and the story work so well is how they give less importance to the super than the man. In Marvel's case, they give a strong focus on the Four rather than the Fantastic. Wait, what? If you're expecting to see an action-packed Avengers or Deadpool and Wolverine style movie, trust me, you're gonna enjoy it. But if you're looking for a movie that gets you for its story and characters like Guardians 3,
You are horrifying to look at.
or the new Avengers, then you're gonna enjoy it even more. Just like with WandaVision, Matt Shakman excels at keeping the audience at the tip of their seat, constantly making you ask, what's gonna happen next? To then deliver an exciting resolution that gets you saying,
I am soaking wet right now.
Especially with an amazing post-credit scene, directed by the Russo brothers, the same guys in charge of Doomsday. Regarding one of the things that Fan Four Stick failed to do, Fantastic Four First Steps unironically skips the first steps from the team and instead decides to explore a stronger and more mature relationship that the family has with each other and the city. As many of us hope to see, interactions between the family are spot on. Ben and Johnny tease each other as little brothers, the friendship and love between Sue and Ben is as beautiful as you'd expect, and although Sue and Reed are weird and certainly imperfect, this only makes them more relatable and human, reminding me of a couple I've seen before in a kids movie. As many of you know, The Incredibles and the Fantastic Four families are more similar than they appear, and believe it or not, this actually makes the recent Marvel movie work even better. Let me explain. On one side, The Incredibles tells a story about a superpowered family that lives amongst normal people, and whether they're famous or not, they strive to do good, because well, that's what heroes do. The thing that separates these guys from every other superhero team, just like the Fantastic Four, is that they feel like a real family. Let me tell you about Bob. Bob has a boring 9-to-5, he hangs out late with friends, he sometimes gets home to realize he's been stopping at In-N-Out way more often than he should, and then maybe ends the day arguing with his wife, as we men do. I'm unemployed, I don't have a wife, and I have like 2 friends, but you get the point. Mommy Helen, on the other hand, has to deal with Flash misbehaving at school and has to hire a babysitter whenever she's busy. Violet, the girl who can turn invisible, has love problems. And Jack, well, he's Jack. The point is, this is stuff that, with or without superpowers, families constantly have to go through. At least humans once do. And the Fantastic Four movie understands this perfectly. Unlike a Tony Stark or a Thor, who most of us, unfortunately, can't relate to as much as we'd like, even though I'm 100% certain I'm them, the first Marvel family captures the essence of what it means to love a friend, a brother, a husband, a wife, or a son. Shackman perfectly establishes the strong bond that the characters have built over the years and introduces a new member who, without any dialogue and a funny resemblance to Jack, as the most powerful member of the family, lets the audience know the one thing that makes the plot be as strong and captivating as it is. He matters. And so does hitting the subscribe button, so make sure to do so to prevent our world from being eaten by Galactus 2. Thanks! Franklin Richards is the most powerful mutant on Earth, and Marvel needs to make him justice, since his cosmic powers go beyond anything we've seen before, beyond the Scarlet Witch, Strange, and even the Celestials. But then, how do you write that? The movie does an amazing job setting the stakes when making Galactus, a multiversal entity that holds the cosmos together, threaten the destruction of Earth over a child.
He asked for our child.
Well, we as an audience slowly start to find out just how powerful this baby can really be. But we're still gonna have to wait for Doomsday till we see more about this little devil. Which just gets me more excited than I already am to see more about Marvel's first and most fantastic family of all. Sorry, I had to do it. Let me know if you enjoyed the movie as much as I did. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.